getting into Vencho, Baskin here. Gonna be seeing Rob, Steve. This is a crazy matchup where both characters can blow each other up pretty hard.
Yeah, yeah.
And Rob, you'd think would kind of have a hard time dealing with Steve. But if Steve is content to sit back and mine, that's free real estate for Rob to get his gyro, store up his laser. He has his own projectile mechanic that builds up over time with that laser.
Yeah. They definitely have some similar game plans. You definitely can see some crazy 0-to-deaths from both these characters, so I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot of explosive stocks. But this is also a matchup I feel like we see a lot. I don't know. You know, there's a lot of top-level Steves, and there's a lot of top-level Robs, so I feel like this is a pretty common matchup. Both really good characters. Wow, dude, these anvils are giving so much to Vencho today. I don't know how they're all connecting, but...
Yeah, I don't know if he has a contract with Acme Corporation or what's going on with these anvils, man, but every time one comes out, he is taking a stock.
And it's so early, too. He's getting like 80%, 90% kills off of that, which is huge, especially against a heavy character like Rob. I mean, getting an early stock like that is not... doesn't happen too often.
And now, content to sit back here and get his resources. Something to note is Rob does have the ability to hold that top in hand and then just do those landing nairs to whittle down on the block wall. But that's okay with Vencho. He's got a pretty healthy lead here, playing around these tech chase situations so well.
Yeah. You know, I'm surprised. How did that up smash not hit? Is that like a Steve thing? Because I thought up smash, if you don't mash out, would for sure scoop after the down throw.
It may be on certain characters.
Yeah,
sure
it must be like Steve because he's so flat when he lays on the ground or something. I don't know.
But getting that first stock is Baskin, but immediately respawning and grabbing that diamond is Vencho. So now...
Oh, that was a big fair.
One more back air in the corner will do it. So Baskin just avoiding that situation entirely, going high. But now how does he find that meaningful opening?
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, we got quite a bit of iron on Vencho, quite a bit of gold, so he's got these powered minecarts and stuff. He's very happy with this materials. Baskin's got to put this pressure up and keep him in disadvantage here. Gets caught by the powered minecart, but barely living.
Shooting his gyro across the entire stage. I don't know if... Oh, he got the speed minecart and he didn't mash out in time.
No, I mean, maybe he could have mashed out in time, but oh, that's an early stock. Nair side B at 70% on the regular get up. What a call out. And again, doesn't go for trying to stop the craft. I feel like it's worth going for at least a little bit there. So Vencho's going to have those diamonds, going to have quite a bit of iron here. But this is a very even game so far.
Yeah, been strong advantage state to strong advantage state. And Aaron down early very quickly, but doing a good job of like answering the call anytime he is down and doing things back up. But now, how do you take the lead here at the end to try to get this lead? Going for a side B? Yes, he will. Oh my God,
just catch the high recovery every time. Wow, that's what he needed to get back into that for sure. And that's a really strong start from Baskin. That's a good way to send a message game one. Hey, I am not someone to be messed with. This is going to be a hard match either way. And this is losers? Oh my God, this is nuts.
And
this
again,
feels like winners.
Steve minecart does not... The hitbox does not activate right away. It's a pretty slow move. It's like framed 15 to 20 before it actually gets going. So if the Steve player is too comfortable trying to push that side B button, that's when you can lose those stocks really early, especially against Rob, who has a side B that could kill of his own. So that's something that Vencho's going to be wary of as this set goes on.
Oh my God, I can't believe he just ran up and grabbed with the TNT right in front of him. But here we are. We're on Kalos now, so this is a bigger stage. Maybe Vencho wants a little bit more room, and I think you get some nice materials on Kalos as well. So something to watch out for.
Going to be the more heavy-duty materials, which can be a blessing and a curse. It makes it harder to have a lot of walls to set up as you lose resources quicker, but you get more space to work with, gives you more avenues to recover as well, having that wall on the side, and then also those higher platforms.
And it can be scary because, you know, Baskin's very good at hitting those down air, like 2 frames, or just not even 2 frames, just hitting you when you're trying to up-B. So having that wall to tech is a really nice thing. But the back air call out through the wall, huge. And there we go, trying to stop the craft that time. I like that a lot.
A little confusing to see Vencho jump there while he was mining. I wasn't sure if he was trying to respond in kind with his own back air, but Baskin already there and ready to go. But gonna eat a up smash for his troubles, and now he'll be on his second stock as well.
Yeah. I understand going for Sabi wanting to maybe catch a spot dodge or something, but that's going to be a heavy punish for Vencho, and pretty solid lead here for Baskin. Let's see if we can get this ledge trap
continue to
going.
wall with those back airs.
Yeah.
Making Vencho think twice about putting out more of those mine carts. Getting great DI in that up air, though. And now trying to find one of those trusty anvils just to get his feet back under him.
Yeah, that back air is so good at breaking that wall. Wow, it just destroys it. Oh, just cover everything. Just side B. I don't even know where he could have gone, honestly. I mean, he would have to gone like really, really high there, I guess, to live
Made
that.
a little bit too early to that up B. Put himself in a rough spot.
Yeah.
And Baskin absolutely making him pay for it.
This is a huge lead. I mean, this is such a strong first 2 games from Baskin.
Really looking comfortable in practice in this matchup.
Yeah, you know, I don't know how many Steves Baskin's played against, but I know Gray has a decent Steve. Oh my goodness! Almost dies at 50, and here's the downer, yep. Oh my god. Baskin's just been calling out so many options from Vencho. He just almost knows what Vencho's going to do before he does it.
Vencho just trying to set up this wall, try to get these resources, but off stage once again, everything in his way, and that side B is going to stop him before he can get there, but just barely holding on.
Oh my goodness. The pressure just never stops. Like, where do you go? And gets the high recovery finally back on stage, but 140 and no materials, no iron. This is really, really tough for Vencho. Oh, drops a TNT.
Tough sledding for sure. Just trying. And now the question is getting that meaningful opening, which seems harder and harder to answer now. Baskin just continues to throw the kitchen sink at him. Not quite killing with that gyro, but a Nair will absolutely take it off stage.
Oh my
Looking a little bit like Palutena there.
Yeah, actually, I mean, such unique options to go for. I mean, no one's thinking Rob's going to just edge guard with a Nair, but it covers so much space. You know, Baskin's just so good at knowing what options he has in any situation and picking the best one. And just constantly pressuring Vencho off stage. And even when he's mining in the corner, just having that back here to pressure him is doing so much. This has just looked so solid for Baskin. We got to see some kind of crazy adaptation from Vencho because his game plan right now is just really not working.
Yeah, the lack of offensive firepower so far has not been able to find those trusty nils that we're so used to Vencho finding. Baskin playing really well around them. But Vencho, a player that absolutely can adapt. I've seen him do it against great players like Raven King, but he needs to... It also seems like he's just not engaging in opportunities to give himself an advantage state. So you can't learn your opponent's habits in those situations if you don't put yourself in those spots.
Oh, there's the jump.
Again,
the exact same situation.
Another minecart off stage after the double fair.
Yeah, he caught the jump with the fair, and then he's just minecarting in disadvantage, and he catches it with the side B. I mean, again, we talked about this last set where D-Money wasn't really going to that level 2, and I feel like we're seeing the same thing again from Vencho. He's just kind of not adapting and switching it up when stuff isn't working, and Baskin's punishing him for it.
You have to wonder at this point in the day, it's been a long day. A lot of us have been here since 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Madison had to drive an hour and a half to get here. Like, is Vencho out of gas?
Yeah. I mean, you know, they're both the same way. I feel like Whitewater, I don't know how far Whitewater is from here, but
it's about an hour.
Yeah, it's similar. He had to drive an hour, and I know Baskin has been really grinding today. He's been, anytime I see Baskin, he's just playing friendlies, and he's trying to learn like a specific matchup or something. He really wants this win today, so yeah, we got to see who can keep it going.
Now, Vencho really low on resources once again.
Yeah.
Down nearly a whole stock with that forward smash. Gonna just barely seal out the second stock.
Such an early stock. Again, we're seeing so many early kills from Baskin. And honestly, I mean, I was expecting an up smash, but going for the F smash, getting that early kill. Oh my god, these Z-drop combos.
And those weren't quite working out earlier in the day for Baskin, but starting to heat up there. But Vencho finally getting that first stock across the whole stage, but so much work cut out for him here to try to keep his bracket hopes alive.
Right.
Here we go. This is how you start one.
Yeah, and I was gonna say this match can be really even if Steve can get his combo started, but Baskin just has not been giving him an opportunity to get anything started. He did get that 0 to 70, which is pretty huge, but can he keep it going? He's got diamonds now. He's gonna craft. Yep.
Go ahead and grab that. Is on his last stop, but throwing that gyro away.
I like that throwing that gyro up. Yep.
Really like that. Doesn't necessarily have the gyro combos unlocked, so you might as well take it away from Baskin. But up air, such a bad spot. You can't be minecarting there again.
I mean, just catching every single minecart with a back air or a side B. Wow. We were talking about every set's been game 5, right? That was the fastest throw we've seen all day. Baskin clearly showing how ready he is for the matchup. Do we want to bring him in? I mean, that was a solid game. I mean, that was a solid set.
we can get him to come in between, that'd be great.
And so Baskin is now in loser semis, guaranteed 4th place. Pretty huge. I know, there's so many players I could have seen in top 4, and Baskin's just one of those players. No, you could do it.
All right.
I think you're better.
All right.
I like that. Is that all question? That was funny.
I'm definitely not going to have an opener that strong for this one, but Aaron, good to see you. Great work on the 3-0.
Thank you.
So, take us through did you do what we talked about earlier today where you prepped going into that set, you had your game plan set up, or what was your mindset going into that?
Yeah, I set my game plan up because I'm good versus Steve with preparation. When I don't have any preparation, I'm not playing with a game plan, then I kind of just fold. So I looked at my note stock. It's like a page long. Just looked at it, looked at all the things I need to be doing, and then I just thought about interactions in my head that would happen, and I thought about what I would do in those situations hypothetically. And the big thing that was like a difference maker for me is that I was really paying attention to the materials, like the resources bar. I was looking at that like the whole game, and I was just using that to gauge what decisions I made, and I think that's what made a big difference for me.
And speaking of resources, you were really taking advantage of abusing Vencho offstage, making him waste those resources, making him go for those minecarts early, and so that way you could get those early side B kills.
Yeah.
Killed him multiple times with double fair side B at about 50%.
Oh yeah, especially because like jump minecart is like a lot of Steves like to do that. Just it's like minecart back to stage. It's a super good option. You have to perfectly time it, and so what I used to do is I would always try to back air it, and it would never work because back air is so slow. And on my note sheet, I wrote down like a couple weeks ago to just fair minecart. Every time, just fair minecart. And so I got the fair on those minecarts, and he can't do anything off stage. So I just rotor him because he's like way deep in the blast zone. What's he going to do, swing back at me? I'm still off stage. I'm still pressuring him.
And also, people forget how slow minecart is, like, to actually get that first hitbox to come out on it.
Yeah.
It's pretty slow. So being privy to that and just preemptively putting out those side Bs of your own that was the key to success in that set for you. So
netting a lot of early kills too is just like what kept his resources low too, because he like couldn't just sit behind a wall and mine the entire game because he had a stock lead. So those early kills were like a big difference maker.
He wasn't in a position either to get his own combos going. So it does look like we are probably going to get into the next set here. I don't think this is the beginning.
No, probably not.
I imagine they're probably waiting for us to finish up the interview. So before I let you go, anything else you want to say? Any other thoughts before you move on?
No, nothing really. I'm just enjoying how I'm playing right now.
You're playing really well.
I was playing bad in pools, and then I just like dialed back in, I guess.
That's huge kudos to you and your mindset. Like we were talking earlier, just like how difficult your pools were in terms of just a lot of bad breaks and like reverse 3-stocks happening against you, and that says a lot about you and your character and your mindset that you're able to have a rough pool and then that same day flip that switch and play really well in final bracket. So looking forward to seeing how the rest of the day goes for you.
The break between pools and final bracket helped that a lot. Just gave me a mental reset.
In between, getting that break.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to let you go. Get back to work.
Good. Thank you very much, Reed.
Go look in the rest of bracket.